Hello again, everybody. In this video, what I'm going to be talking about is just my BookTube goals for 2024. Now that I've started this channel, I kind of want to at least start out with my goals, and then in later episodes I'll do stuff like talk about where I store all my digital books, where I get them from, what devices I have, and how I use them, and what devices I would recommend for different people with different needs. But at least right now, I'm starting slow, so these are my goals for 2024. First thing I want to do is I have a reading goal, and my reading goal is to read 24 books in 2024. I can definitely read more. Hopefully, I don't really want to read less, but I feel good about it. I really wasn't like a 30 books in a year person ever, but when I read a book, I was able to get through it. I'm not the fastest reader, but I have a real cool piece of software that's on my phone and my Mac that I use to kind of keep track of my reading, my book collection. I'll talk about that in another episode. But for right now, for January, I'm actually probably going to be hitting 5 books in January. So that puts me a bit ahead of the pace. But that's my initial goal to kind of get started, is whatever else I'm doing with this channel, I want to get through at least 24 books, and I want them to be books I have not read. Once I hit 24, then I might read some books I've read before, just so I can kind of refresh my memory and talk about them a little. What else I might do is kind of branch out a bit more on some of my different tastes to kind of try some genres that I've never tried before. But right now, it's get through 24 books, and right now I have 20 to go, but hopefully before the end of this month I'll do my 5th book. Clean and organize my tech room. My computer is in what I call my tech room. It's really a dining room, but I never really used it as a dining room. I'm single. I always eat on the couch when my friends come over. We always eat in the living room. So I never really used this dining room. I kind of converted it into a tech room. So that's where my computer is. That's where I keep all my CDs and figurines and whatever junk I have in here. I even have a family lineage poster that somebody in my family gave me that's rolled up somewhere here. So I want to go through and clean that up. So this is kind of what let me kind of walk you through what my tech room looks like. So this is my tech/junk room. I have a whole bunch of tech and junk, and I don't care about the curtains or anything. So I've ordered some curtains. I'm going to go through and give this a thorough cleaning, and that way this can be like my official room that I'm going to do my booktubing in. And if I do any like reviews of anything, then I can, once I clear this table up, I can use this table. I got one of those crane type things where you can look down on something with your video device. So that's definitely something that I want to get handled, and I'm going to try to get this done by the end to the first week of February. And I'll take a picture before and take a picture after, once I get through getting some containers to organize everything, putting up some actual curtains, and not just kind of treating this as a place to dump stuff. Next thing I want to do in this channel is I want to try to read one book outside of my wheelhouse every even-numbered month. So that means February, I'm going to read a book that is not in my pulp fantasy, science fiction, superhero genre, and read something outside of that. And hopefully, like I said, that's going to come out to about 6 if I do it in February, if I do it in April, and so on. So that's something definitely I want to try to do. If I hit my 24 mark early, then I may try and branch out and even do more than 6. I definitely want to do some reviews, and that's another reason why I want to get my tech room cleared up so I can use my table to kind of look top down on stuff that I'm reviewing. But I want to review some e-readers that people might not, I won't say have heard of, but some e-readers that I use that I would recommend for people. When I think of e-readers, I'm not a person who wants my e-reader to multitask. I have an iPad mini that I love, and that does all of the stuff I need it to do, including reading books. The main reason why I use e-readers is as physical book substitutes, which means that they're small, they're light, and they store stuff to read. That's it. That's all I want to do with my e-reader. I don't want to listen to Audible. I don't want to listen to music. I don't want to surf the web. I just want something that's going to be light, portable, have incredible battery life, so that if I forget about it or I'm doing something and I pull it out 3 weeks later, it's still got battery life. I like my e-readers to do their best to imitate physical books. So I'd like to go over a couple of the ones that I have and talk about why I have them and what I like and don't like about them. Also, since I am a digital reader, I'd like to talk about some of the digital reader software I use. For example, where do I store my books and how do I keep track of my books? Also, how do I keep track of my book reading and what books I've read, where I rate them, things like that. So what kind of software I use that really helps me with the experience. And another thing I would like to do that sometimes people don't do, a lot of times people buy e-readers, but they don't really talk about the software experience on the phone or on the computer for those e-readers. For example, Kindle has completely revamped their Kindle app for Mac and PC. I think it's so much better. A lot of people might still be using the old Kindle app because on the Mac store and maybe even on the Windows store, they have both. They have the old version and the new version. So I'd like to do some digital software reviews, and the setup I currently have now, kind of using my computer as the focus for what I'm doing, should hopefully help with that. I need to create an intro. Right now I'm just diving into these videos, and I'd like to create an intro, a splash screen. I don't know if I'm a guy who's going to put some music in there, but you never know. But some type of splash screen so that when each video starts, there's kind of a consistent look and intro into what I'm talking about. So that's something I'm going to be working on. That's probably a goal for February to kind of try and do that. And last, I want to create at the end of episodes, I want to make it so that there are links to other episodes I've done. Once again, this whole video thing is very new to me, but that's another goal. And part of that goal, kind of a 1A, is I'd also like to kind of get better at the creating chapters within my videos, especially if I get to the point where I'm talking about several different books or things in kind of a list in my video. So for now it's pretty free form, but that's also what I would like to get to. Guess that's it. I'm not sure what the next video will be about, but hopefully I'll think about it and something will pop into my head. Alright, everybody have a good day and keep reading.